Today we're talking about Only Curls. If you haven't heard of Only Curls, they are an amazing local business here in the UK. They've been around for about 4 or 5 years. A small business run by a woman named Lizzie. She is awesome. Only Curls has been my sort of ride or die holy grail products for as long as I can remember. Only Curls does the mini set, and it includes the shampoo, conditioner, cream, and gel in 100 ml bottles. I actually bought that for myself, but I can't find the bottles. I don't know where they are. I usually use them for when I'm traveling because they're so small and convenient. So I would just decant from the big bottle, but I haven't traveled in so long. Thank you, COVID. So I can't find the bottles, but I do have them somewhere around here. When I was first starting out on my journey, I tried the mini bottle. It's a great chance to try out the product and see if you like it, because we all know not every product works for everyone. That was my first sort of high-end purchase that I got for myself, and I love them. They were the first one that gave me consistent good wash day results when I was still at the end or halfway through and sort of towards the end of transitioning, where I still couldn't find products that were giving me consistent results. I might get lucky one day, but then the next time they would be terrible. So the Only Curls products were the first ones that I consistently got good results. So I would sort of save them for special occasions. In fact, I used them for my friend's wedding. But at the time, this for me was like the most amazing wash day that I had had. And this was in Cape Town in South Africa in the middle of summer. So it was still very humid, windy, and my hair still looked really good. Then for my birthday last year, so about a year ago, my mother-in-law bought these two for me as a gift because she knew how much I loved them. So you can see this is a year ago, so it's literally down to here, right? So after a year using it, that should tell you how long these things will last, and I use them often. They're still some of my absolutely favorite products. Yes, I've tried a lot of other products, but I consistently go back to these whenever I feel like I just want it's gonna work. I use these. The weather is uncertain, I use these. My hair is just in a bit of a funk, I use these. A few months ago, the owner of Only Curls contacted me because I had made some content and she wanted to use it, and from there kind of blossomed into this friendship, and I've worked with her a couple of times, which I've loved, and I've been so lucky to do that, because literally to work with a brand that is actually your favorite and that you have spent your money on and that people have given you as a gift because they know how much you love it has been a dream come true for me. This video is not sponsored, but these items were gifted. One of the first things I want to talk about is the co-wash. Now, I was never a co-wash person, and the reason is I felt like it couldn't clean my scalp properly. My scalp suffers a lot from itchiness and flaking, especially because I live in a hard water area here in the UK, which means that there are a lot of minerals in the water that can build up on the scalp. So I need to use a shampoo every time I wash my hair. And that's fine because I use a sulfate-free shampoo that is not too stripping. When I went in to try a co-wash, I was quite skeptical because I'm thinking a co-wash usually is not very cleansing. Some people, they take a normal conditioner and they just wash their hair with that and they scrub the scalp with the conditioner. You can do that, but it is not actually a very effective method, because when you are cleaning your scalp, you do need to have cleaning agents. Conditioners don't have that. So if you do this once in a while when your scalp is really dry and maybe you don't need a deep clean, that's fine. But if you are consistently cleaning your hair with a conditioner only that is not meant for cleansing the scalp, you might have buildup, and you might have even worse problems, like your hair might even be falling out because of the buildup of that conditioner on your scalp. So I would be careful when it comes to just washing the hair with regular conditioner. If you buy a co-wash that are meant to clean and strip the scalp of dirt and grime and buildup, it is very moisturizing. It is not like a normal shampoo, and it doesn't take as much oil off the hair, and that's why a lot of people swear by it. I use it really regularly because it has been such a lifesaver when it comes to my hair being really dry, especially during the winter months. Now I'm going into spring, so my scalp is doing a bit better. But during the winter here in England, my scalp was so dry and flaky and itchy, and there was just nothing I could do to fix it. And I use this, and let me tell you, it made such a difference to the way my scalp felt. I definitely recommend this if you struggle with a dry scalp, but you do need to have it cleaned as well.
You'll notice there isn't any lather from this, and that's totally normal. It's still cleansing. I like to use a scalp brush to really cleanse the scalp and stimulate blood flow, which promotes a healthy scalp and can even boost your hair growth. Of course, you can just use your fingers as well. You can see I'm really spending some time on cleansing my scalp, and this is so important even if you don't suffer from scalp issues. It smells really fresh and coconutty. If you don't like coconut, it might not be your favorite because that coconut smell is definitely there. It doesn't linger though, and the consistency is almost like a very moisturizing soap. It has really good slip. I wouldn't say that I could detangle my entire head with it, but I can definitely detangle quite a bit.
The next thing is the shampoo. The cleanser is amazing. It has avocado and kukui oil, so it's also very moisturizing. But this one has a great lather. The shampoo has a really nice consistency. It has that sort of silky, wonderful feeling when it hits the head and the scalp. It smells so good. Sweet, but not overly sweet. And I have to wash my hair with the shampoo or cleanser every single wash day. So I will use this at every wash day. My hair and scalp never feel stripped. A little bit goes a long way. The next thing is the conditioner. This one has a very coconutty smell. It does contain coconut oil, which I know some people are not a fan of. I have found this to be very light. So a lot of people say coconut oil is very heavy, and I definitely agree with that. However, it's like in the middle of the list, so it's not mostly coconut oil. I haven't found it to be very heavy on my hair at all. In fact, all of these products are, I don't really know how she did it, but she got the moisture and not heaviness just right, because a lot of times when a product is moisturizing, it's like heavy on the hair, and then if it's very light, then it's not moisturizing enough for me, and then I find my hair is dry. So somehow Lizzie just got it right. I don't know, she's a magician. It's some kind of sorcery. Really nice slip. You can also detangle very easily with this. I found you don't have to use too much, again, a normal amount. I just absolutely love it, and I would definitely buy this again. It just makes the hair feel so moisturized without weighing it down, and for me, that's just a massive win for a conditioner. It is very coconutty, so if you're not crazy about coconut smells, then maybe it's not for you, but I love coconut, so love it. This is a new product, the Deep Conditioner. This one has heavy ingredients, which some people are not crazy about. Shea butter, coconut oil. So if you've struggled with any of those, this might not be for you. It has such a nice consistency, such a nice smell, but the smell is very similar on this line, so it's all kind of a fresh kukui coconutty smell. Not all of them are coconutty, but this one does have a bit of a coconutty smell, and kukui oil and prickly pear oil. The beauty of it is that you really don't have to use very much. It has such a potent effect, so really using a tiny bit is enough, and this will last you forever. So if you're looking for a really good deep conditioner that's like when your hair suffers from that dryness, maybe during the summer or winter, I don't know, different people have different reactions to seasons, but if your hair is struggling, sometimes what I'll do is I won't even do this as a full deep conditioning treatment. I'll just take a little bit while I'm in the shower, and I'll throw it right on the ends of my hair that are really dry, and then I just leave it in there while I'm washing my face and my body, just to give my hair that little extra kick of moisture. As a deep conditioner, it also works amazingly well. I will say be careful with overusing it, because I'm sure you could suffer from over moisturization if you use it too much. We'll start with like 20 to 30 minutes. If you need it for longer, then use it for longer. Then we've got another new product that just launched, which is the Scalp Scrub. Oh, this stuff is so great. Oh my gosh. My scalp really struggles with the water here, and so I'm constantly having these like flakes, and especially I get them here and here. So much flaking and itchiness, my poor scalp. Oh my, it's like this constant mission trying to get my scalp to be happy and healthy. Anyway, it's got Himalayan salt and sugar crystals. But it dissolves in water, so it's really cool. You get this like lovely grittiness, which will really help to lift up the dirt and flakes and remove them and any other grime from the scalp, but then it's all going to dissolve in the water. This is an exfoliating treatment, so the idea here is that you're removing dead skin cells and buildup, which we all need to do, but especially people living in hard water areas like most of the UK and a lot of places in the States. But even if you just want a healthy, balanced scalp, I feel like this is really useful, and even for hair growth, stimulating the scalp by exfoliating and taking off dead skin cells is so important. Just like it is with our skin, we need to exfoliate our skin as well, so it's the exact same concept. It says that you can use it as a cleanser on its own, so you could literally just clean your scalp with this, and because the little crystals dissolve, you're not going to be left with grit in your hair. However, I have used it paired with the co-wash and the shampoo, and I found it that I like that a little bit better because, like I said, I like it when my scalp feels clean and I get buildup easily. So I didn't feel that it was cleansing enough for me, but as a pre-cleansing treatment, I found that it was really great, and it made such a difference to how comfortable my scalp felt, and the lack of itchiness and the lack of dryness, because those oils in there create this lovely barrier, and the crystals help to remove the dead skin cells and dirt. So now we've gone through all the cleansers and conditioners. Now we can look at the stylers. The cream, it does have shea butter and marula oil, so you might think that it's heavy, but actually it really isn't. It has this lovely moisturizing effect where it really makes the hair feel super soft and hydrated, but I haven't found it to be heavy at all. And so my hair is medium porosity, medium density, it's medium everything. It's really not thick or coarse hair, but it does need moisture. So I find that this is such an amazing moisturizer, just to put in before I'm going to put in something with hold, although this does have a little bit of hold.
I applied this on wet hair, making sure to distribute evenly, starting from the bottom of the hair shaft, moving up gently, but not applying it to the scalp. That's not what it's for. At this stage, I'm not too worried about the clumps. Then I brush through the hair. This isn't strictly necessary, and I actually don't do this very often because it breaks the clumps and it can create frizz. Just raking it through with your fingers is completely fine. Then I added more water with my spray bottle. You can use any spray bottle. I wouldn't suggest using the shower again because that will just saturate the hair too much and you're just going to waste a lot of product. So just get it wet enough that the clumps reform when you scrunch it gently. Now we want to be careful with our clumps because we've created them, so we want to maintain them. So be gentle and try not to disturb them too much.
It's hard for me to choose a favorite because I love all of them so much, but the gel is, oh my gosh, it is so good. It's got avocado and kukui oil. It actually does contain a little bit of protein. I wouldn't say it's a protein gel though. It doesn't have it high on the list. It has the most amazing slip. It's not gooey. It's got a very runny consistency, and it spreads super easily through the hair, so it's really easy to distribute. For me, a product with slip is always a winner because then I'm not going to pull out half my hair trying to apply. It just glides through the hair.
After applying the cream, adding water, and squishing the hair, I apply the gel. I'm using a loose sort of claw shape with my hand so that I don't break up the curl clumps too much, but I still distribute the gel evenly. You could also use praying hands. I'm also pulling the strands off my scalp to make sure they aren't stuck, which would give me flat roots later. I also rotate my head side to side and squish up to the scalp to encourage the curl formation at the root as well, and allow the hair to have mobility and volume when dry.
The hold is about a medium. It creates quite a decent cast. I really like a hard cast, so I will often pair this with just a little bit of mousse at the end, and that mousse is going to give a little bit of extra hold and a little extra volume. However, it is really not necessary, and in fact today I didn't use mousse at all, only this. So this is a great example. You can see here I've got great definition, I've got plenty of volume, not missing anything. The hair is looking really defined, it's got great bounce, it's shiny. These products do contain glycerin. Glycerin is a humectant, and humectants can be a little bit tricky in certain weather. However, I wouldn't say that I have struggled at all with this, and I live in England where the weather is just all over the place. When you're looking at product ingredients and you say, okay, I can't use shea butter, right? But then you look at a product and shea butter is like almost here at the end. That means there's a tiny minuscule amount, or such a small amount, or it might have just been used in the formulation. And so it's always worth giving that product a shot. Don't be afraid of ingredients. If there's an ingredient that you've had a bad experience with, but you know, just check the product and see if it's right at the top, then yeah, probably it's mostly made of that ingredient, then you want to avoid that product. The glycerin is all the way down here, so it's definitely not the main ingredient. There's also the Only Curls Microfiber Towel. Now, if you've never used the microfiber towel before, the beauty of these is that they remove water from the hair without creating frizz. So this is a really great alternative to a terry cloth towel. Now, a lot of people just use a cotton t-shirt, and that's totally fine. But if you really like that feeling of having a towel, then this is a really nice option. It also comes with a button and the little elastic here, so you can actually wrap it around your head and you can use it like as a turban. I don't usually do that because I feel like it really flattens down the hair, but I do use it if I want to just remove some excess water very quickly, and we actually call that micro plopping. That's the term. I will say microfiber towels remove a lot of water. They are often referred to as quick dry towels, which means they absorb water super fast, much more than a usual terry cloth towel. Now this is really helpful. It can remove the water really quickly, which can speed up your drying time a ton, and it doesn't create frizz. But I have found that sometimes it can remove a little bit too much water. But this goes for all microfiber towels that I've tried. They remove water so quickly and so efficiently that you end up with no water left in your hair. But that also creates a lot more volume. So if you're a person who loves volume, then a microfiber towel is probably going to be amazing for you. I use it, but I wouldn't say I use it all the time. There is also my absolute favorite bonnet. Now this is incredible because it really preserves the hair when you're sleeping. It also has this adorable little tie at the front. Oh, that's so cute. It has a really comfortable elastic. It's double lined, so it has 2 layers of satin. It is super comfortable, and as you can see, it's got a lot of space here. So even if you have longer hair, it really is not going to bunch it all together and ruin it. Now for me, my hair is not extremely long, but it's definitely not short either. And I find that this is one of the best ways that I can actually make my hair last, is to throw it in a bonnet before going to sleep. I've tried a lot of bonnets, and I've actually made my own bonnet, and there's lots of different ways to do it. But this is the best one that I found when it comes to it staying on at night, which is something that I struggle with. My bonnet is always falling off. So this one actually stays on, but it's not extremely tight. So when a bonnet is too tight, it pulls at the roots, and that is also not good for your hair and is uncomfortable, obviously. I do also sleep with a satin pillowcase, but I could literally just sleep with the bonnet and that would be fine, because that would already retain the moisture, retain the definition and shine, and help it not to create so much frizz. And they do also have some really beautiful clips, wide tooth combs. I haven't tried those. I honestly don't use that stuff that much, but I've seen it looks beautiful on other people. So yeah, those are all of the Only Curls products. So this is the complete line of everything she's released so far. Woo! And I look forward to anything else that Only Curls releases. Everything has been incredible so far. I haven't found one product that I haven't liked. They have all been amazing. So that's pretty much it, guys, and I hope you've enjoyed learning about the Only Curls products. I recommend these products high and low. Long before Lizzie ever spoke to me or ever dealt with the company, I have been a fan. I purchased them. They were my holy grails, and I would repurchase them, and I bought them as gifts for family members because my sister is also a curly girl and I bought her some as well. So I would literally recommend these to anyone. Very suitable for any type of hair. I've seen it work for women with very fine hair that is easily weighed down. I've seen it work for kinky, coily curls. So I really feel that this is the kind of product, all of these products are the kinds that you can cater to your hair just by using more or less depending on what you need. That's it for me from Only Curls, and I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about them. If you have any questions, of course, let me know. And thank you, Lizzie, for these wonderful products.